Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world today, and welcome. This is the Dr. Sophie Rothschild Show, and I'm happy to have you today. I've been asked this question a number of times, and the question was, were there any Africans or Black Americans who were slave owners? And the answer is unfortunately yes. There's a noted journalist that worked for the BBC, a Nigerian journalist. Her name is, I don't want to butcher it, but it's Adobe Tricia Nwabani. And she wrote that her great grandfather not only sold pine, but also sold human beings to the European slave traders. But yes, there were African tribe that kidnapped and sold blacks into the slave trade. Okay, and there's also an American gentleman, an American black. I think his name was Small. Name was Small. That was in the in the United States at the time that also owned slaves. So yes, there were black African nations that, for example, the Igor tribe in um, uh, Africa that's can capture people and sell them into the African slave trade, which is a very horrific thing. And there were also um, Americans, black, that were also slave owners. In fact, it was about, even though it was small in number, there were about 3,000 black slave owners in the United States. Yes, there were Africans that participated in the slave trade, where they capture people, kidnap people, and sell them to slavery. Yes, there were black tribes and black nations in Africa that kidnapped and sold people into slavery, and there were also Black Americans that also owned slaves. One gentleman was named Small, and there was another, and there was what the record seemed to indicate that it was probably about 3,000, about that number or more, um, that were also blacks that were also slave owners. All right. And I will be putting the links in the description box for further reading and analysis on your part. And once again, thank you for taking the time. So the answer is yes, there were black African nations and there were black Americans that owned slaves. And slavery was very tragic, unfortunately. Um, as we always say, where there is money, people always find with something. People always find ways to make money, and evil knows no skin complexion. Evil is evil, good is good, and yes, there were black African nations, and there were also some black Americans that owned slaves. All right, thanks so much for your time, and have a good day. And please check in the description box for more information in regard to this topic. Thank you.